Ready?
Okay, so I'm here with Mr. Diggin, and what was your last name again?
But
That's right, Mr. Mbutt. So we have talked a little bit about what's been going on at your work. You came in last week. This is our second session. You're 25 years old. You're a construction worker. You're dealing with loneliness and depression. Um, is that all correct?
yes.
Perfect. So let's kind of start off where we ended last week. I'd like to know a little bit about some of your experiences in the workplace and a little bit more about the problem that you came in for.
Um, so I work as a kind of construction intern. I do a lot of the grunt work, and the idea is that they kind of teach me while I'm doing the grunt work so that I can move up on the totem pole. But lately at my current construction site, I feel like both my supervisors and my coworkers don't really value or respect me. And because of that, I feel like I'm just working to the next day so I can just work again, working to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Well, first I want to say, Dan, that is a an excellent amount of self-awareness that you've just demonstrated, and I think that you should applaud yourself for that. Um, but I also would like to hear a little bit more about what makes you feel that these people don't treat you with respect.
Well, the only time they really talk to me is when they need something from me, which is understandable. I mean, we work together, but they tend to just tell me what they need from me and then not talk to me until they need something else from me. And that kind of just makes me feel like a human ATM.
Sure, yeah. I can imagine that you might be feeling cold and lonely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Diggin. Has there been any time with these coworkers or previous coworkers that you have felt more connected to them?
My coworker, Gerald, when I shared my lunch with him, he asked me about it and we talked about it, and that made my day.
That's really cute. When did that happen?
It was after our last session when we talked about fishing. I went fishing and I ended up cooking my lunch that day, and he asked me about it, and I told him about it, and he
You
seemed kind
went
of interested.
fishing and then you took your fish and then you cooked your fish, brought it to lunch, and then he complimented it?
Yeah,
Wow, you're quite the outdoorsman, Diggin. That's super cool. So tell me about this interaction with Gerald. How long have you known him for?
not long. This is kind of the only time we talk, and so we don't really know each other. We've been working together for maybe a couple of months.
Do you often eat lunch together?
We all kind of eat in the same area. It's not like high school where you pick a seat and there are different tables. It's just you don't have much of a choice but to all eat together. But no one usually talks to me, and this felt good because this was one of the first times someone had talked to me.
Sure, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It can be super lonely, especially in a room full of people. It can be especially lonely when people are not talking to you. Are people in that lunchroom, are they talking with one another?
Hmm. I really especially feel left out because it seems like everyone else is getting along, and all my other coworkers, not just the supervisors, but my coworkers don't really want to talk to me, but they seem to be plenty interested in talking to each other.
Man, that sounds crushing. I'm sorry to hear that. What efforts have you been making to try and get to know these people?
Um, Not much. One day at work, we had kind of an after party thing at the construction site, and I brought some drinks, and that felt pretty good, though not many people talked to me about it, but they seemed to appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah. Um, do you want to have, it seems like you want to have improved relationships with these people. Am I right in hearing that?
Yeah, yeah, that would be nice.
How do you think that you might be able to go about getting those relationships?
Well, Gerald liked it when we talked about fishing, so maybe we have a shared hobby and I could invite him to go fishing sometime.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Did you Do you know for sure that he likes fishing or he just complimented the food?
He seemed pretty interested in both the process of how I prepared it as well as where I was fishing, which is kind of, like a fisherman thing, is having your spots.
Yeah, I get it. Tell me about it. So, what would you feel like? How would you feel about talking with Gerald? I really like this idea of honing in on Gerald. It seems like that might be a good opportunity for you. Um, just focusing on the upcoming week, what do you feel like you could do to improve your relationship with Gerald?
Um, I was saying, I could invite him to go fishing. I could share one of my spots with him, and hopefully that could, I don't know, lead to him talking to me more.
Well, Diggin, that seems like a great idea. I fully support that. And next session, how would you feel if I checked in on you and to see how that went?
I'd like that. That sounds like a good plan.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Diggin. I'll see you next week.